Just barely. I was so excited for you. I was cheering for you. I was biased commentary and everything.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, absolutely. And so, yeah, we're going to have, you said Miller2B and Clim up first?
Yes.
Like? Okay, great.
So Miller2B is Linne, and then Clim is probably going to run Phonon or Merkava.
Wonderful, great.
Oh, Merkava.
Merkava, interesting choice here. Okay.
Yeah, I think Phonon doesn't have as much of an advantage against Linne as Merkava does. I think Merkava has an easier time dealing with Linne's tools. Is
Really?
What he was telling me, yeah.
Interesting.
He lost to Hiyari at CEO Taku, and so he was only playing Phonon, so I think he's trying to adjust for that.
Gotcha. And this is first game, of course, so obviously can try for a different counter pick after that and see how things work out. But for now, we are into it and right down into the action. So Clim just sort of feeling each other out position-wise here and seeing where the grid ends up here. Looks like the first cycle is going to go to Clim and Miller2B trying to keep up with the pressure. Ooh, like that there, that jumping air normal from Merkava. So much air mobility on Merkava that can be really oppressive at times, especially if you're not a character that has a lot of air-to-air capability. It doesn't seem like Linne has the best buttons for that.
Yeah, I don't think Linne can really contest Merkava once he's starting to fly in the air like that.
Yeah, it seems like she just has to sit back and hold that pressure and see what Merkava decides to do and then play in reaction to that. And playing in reaction to it is usually not the best proposition, but probably why he went with Merkava for the matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Miller2B, I think he had the right idea. He was just blocking, gained a lot of grid, got the Vorpal cycle and just UCS. And just got a bunch of meters, so now he has a lot of resources on deck to deal with Merkava.
Yeah, going good here. Yeah, a lot of meter on both sides here, and Vorpal's in hand on Miller2B right now, so good choice. Veritable wealth of options about what extensions they may want to go with or whatever else. Pretty close to round end, too. Only 10 seconds to go here, so if Clim was going to make something happen, has to make it happen right now and do a lot of damage with it. I think this round is effectively over already, though.
Yeah, with that grab, I think that kind of sealed the deal.
Yep. Could I get Corey turned up a tiny bit on the stream there? I can't hear Corey's voice in my headset here. But back to the action. So, yeah, getting in there with the air special, swooping down on through, coming across. Doing a good job of keeping up with the Merkava pressure, but this is the same thing that we saw how last game went. And then Miller2B was just very patient with it and chose his spots and then was able to make the pressure and make the appropriate calls from there. So it's not sure how Clim is trying to mix up the game plan here because it looks fairly similar to how the last game started to play out.
Yeah, it kind of looks like he doesn't really care about the Vorpal cycle going in the way of Linne.
I wonder if that's yeah, I suppose then maybe Linne with Vorpal here is not as much of a threat as might be concerned about otherwise.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. He's getting hit a lot by like CS, DP.
Yeah, that was a whole lot of damage there off that combo. And looks like one more juicy combo would have finished Clim off here, but Clim has the pressure now and the corner pressure and 200 meter. Oh,
Vorpal strip.
With the veil off too, wonderful. Ooh, cashes out the guard thrust there and puts himself into grid break.
Oh, force function.
Wow, but worked out. Miller2B takes game 1. Big ups there.
That was really smart by Miller, using force function to counter, I believe, 3C.
Yeah, and then that was also an interesting choice there too, because there was a bunch of defensive options cashed out because it was a guard thrust after getting Vorpal stripped as well.
Right.
So resulting in the grid break. Did we just see a character shift there? We did.
Yeah,
there's
back
the
to
phone
on. All right.
Okay. Interesting choice. Let's see how this one pans out differently.
He's been playing a lot more Phonon, more so than Merkava, so I think maybe he just might be more comfortable with Phonon in general.
Better practice, better seasoned with it as of now.
Yeah,
I feel that.
And I think winner's top 8, you have a little bit of room to experiment.
Yeah, especially, and this is on the winner side too, as you pointed out. So there's still the lower bracket to try to come back from this, depending on how that goes for Clim here. So we'll see how this all works out. Oh, currently though, doesn't look too different from how things were going before. If anything, even more impressive because Linne is sitting on a nice clean perfect here.
Yeah, it feels like Miller2B is just kind of running his plan. As I say that, Clim gets a hit and puts Miller back into
gets
the
right
corner.
back into the action, and looks like the tables are turning a little bit. No more meter left on Clim's side, and no Vorpal, so playing completely resourceless here, whereas Linne has got 200 bars, so got capability for 2 EX moves here or whatever else. There's a Vorpal cycle turnover for Clim, and so a little more control back in Clim's hands now. Oh, wow, I was really surprised the last few hits of the fireball didn't hit there. Not able to get the pressure.
TRM.
Ooh. All right, able to win the Vorpal cycle there. Clim is looking in a very good position here. In fact, I think this can close out if this combo is routed appropriately and the resources are cashed out appropriately.
Yep.
There it is.
Wow, yeah, and I think Clim is just starting to get more comfortable with the matchup and finding out, good way, like good places to hit buttons against
Yeah,
Lene.
exactly. And then I would agree with that. And then also too, with the first match in Merkaba, then you can kind of feel out and see how what options are being chosen. Maybe Miller, because also when you're in these top 8s, and these two have probably played before, right?
That I'm not sure. I'm going to assume yes, though.
Okay. Yeah, because I was just going to say that like it would not be surprising to me where you try a different counter pick first just to see how the opponent's rhythm is of the day. Because
Right.
this is also still fairly early in the morning. This is 11 a.m. here, so
Yeah, 11 a.m. first match of the day.
right, exactly. So maybe trying things out and going a little differently. But currently, Clim has still got 200 meter here, so got a couple of options on deck to try to get out of this sticky situation here. And Miller cashes out Vorpal. Ooh, that
Catches
should be
him
the
with
round.
The charge C. Yeah, that overhead's kind of scary. Lene's moves kind of look similar, and they feel like they happen fast, so
Yeah.
it's hard to react to that,
And
that overhead.
you said that was the overhead there. Was that like a command one, or is it one of the increased charges?
I believe it's just like a charge C.
Okay, yeah. If you're not too familiar with Unist, some of the moves change properties if you're using if you hold the button down versus if you just tap it. Like I believe Byakuya has one like that as well, and I think Enkidu has one, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice DP there. Gets the pressure relieved. Clim looking like turn this one around. That's one more juicy touch to finish this.
Yeah, very solid round so far.
Yeah, this is really early in the timing cycle too. Only 60 seconds in. Wow. Meter
Super's
burns
over
and just
the-
goes right through it. That was so
Yeah.
sick.
Didn't even realize that had invincibility on it.
Neither did I. I was surprised as well. Learn something new every day.
Looks like Clim's about to win the cycle, however.
Yeah, Clim
Even though he's going to be knocked down, he'll still have CS on deck.
yeah, so has CS on deck, has a meter to spend something, and Miller2B. Wow.
Whiffed his EXDP.
Wow, I would be mad tilted if that traded me out right there.
Tried to TRM Miller, but Miller, maybe he mistimed it?
Okay, this is getting a lot closer now. So 40 seconds ago, Miller2B had just about the same amount of health.
Walked back
Okay, there it
out
is.
of
There it is. There's the
overhead
touch.
range. All right, so it's
Woo.
1-1 now?
1-1 after a counter pick as well. And Miller2B, we expect to go with Lene the whole time. No,
Yeah. I don't believe he plays any other characters that
I
I've
don't think
seen.
he does either, at least not that I've heard of. So we'll see how it turns out.
And of
Clim,
course,
very
Clim-
dispassionate,
Yeah.
calm face. Like
Singing with phone on. It's like,
yeah, like running water.
it's his game face.
Oh, it's good to have that. If you start having too many emotional tells as a player, it can be very, very informative to your opponent.
Yeah.
And you might think that you're in control of your emotional tells, but unless you are a very seasoned player, you are exposing a lot more than you're aware. So, though, this round is looking much more in Clim's favor here.
Very dominant, yeah.
However, this is very similar to how the last round played out, but Clim did win that one, so I guess it's still looking okay. Clim does have Vorpal here for the wake-up. Cashes out the CS there, gets those invincibility frames, checks in on what's going on. Yeah, if you're a player coming up in Unist here, use that Vorpal, use that chain shift. It's there for a reason. It's a big advantage. On Wake Up, if you CS, you get a couple of invincibility frames. You can use it to check what the opponent's doing, and then you can decide how you want to adjust your options from there. So it's really, really strong. Right, see, right there.
Yeah, yep, right there. Yeah, it might be a good resource. I don't know. You should think about it.
Yeah, it's only in the middle of the screen and the prime determining factor of the game. Well, I only say that because like whenever people start playing Unist, they don't always aren't ready for all the systems, and I'm like, no, nothing else. Look to that bottom. So though, Lene gets a juggle here and gets some corner carry off of this. Not a ton of corner carry. Doesn't quite lock Clim into the corner, but now Clim is in the corner.
Wasn't able to win Vorpal because he was grid broken, but don't think that really matters right now. He's looking pretty dominant, and with the
Veil off
Vorpal
too
strip,
for the
yeah.
Vorpal strip. Nice. Those are. It's always after you get your damaging combos, learn your Vorpal strip combos. Very potent, very, very useful.
That was interesting. I don't know what Clim pushed on Wake Up, but I think he just didn't block Lene's mid. So it's now
Didn't
point?
respect the meaty quite enough.
Probably not. No.
Oh yeah, so match point, last round, last game. Here we go. This is on the winner side, so whoever does lose this will still be alive. Clim with a nice juicy combo here, probably going to be around 3K, maybe 3.5 if some meter is cashed out. Oh no! Drops
CS
the
cancel.
CS cancel to
Makes
keep
it
safe
safe.
after the whiff EX was good call, good call. A lot of Vorpal on the side of Lene right now. Even with the throw, Lene is still able to, or Miller2B I should say, still able to win the Vorpal cycle. And now Clim is fishing around with some air normals, trying to keep Miller2B out, which is the smart call there. Lene's got, as we mentioned, that some of Lene's buttons are longer than you may think. It's still not a whip.
Right. Yeah. I think Clim is playing this right, just kind of trying to zone him out, and then keep Lene from being able to do something like that.
Uh-oh, that's a rough start there, because this is going to turn over the Vorpal cycle into Miller2B's hand, and Miller2B, okay, Miller cashes out the meter. Okay, interesting choice there. I would have thought that might have kept the meter for more options, because this is... But then again, you have the CS as an option, so okay.
This should be it, though.
Yeah, that's 200 bar. Ooh, another unfortunate drop. That's two unfortunate drops from Clim that could have been like at least 1,000 more damage that would have closed it out, but Clim does take it in the end.
Yeah, those were really good.